Shalom, shalom, shalom. My name is Adam. I wanted to share with you a bit of a place, a dimension in the courts of heaven that I've been visiting for close to a year, for close to 2 years now. A year, 8 months, something like that. And this is one of the most amazing dimensions of the court. And I don't hear a lot of people speak about it, but I also understand that the courts of heaven is very diverse, and I keep saying this every other time, and there are very many dimensions. And everybody has their assignments where they're called in the courts or where they're assigned to. This dimension is like a private chamber. This is a place where every time I see Jesus, he's always with the angel Michael in this particular dimension. And this is a place I don't see them coming here often, but I see them between a certain period of time that I have identified, and they come to this particular dimension. And there is like, it is not accessed by all. This dimension is the chamber of like companionship, of marriage. It's like the chamber of couples. It is very interesting. Every time I come here, when you look at people, you don't see them in their form, the fleshly form. You see, it's like a laid towel. There's like a laid table that has only the bones, like the skeletal bones of a man laid out on the table. And in this dimension, the angel always comes in with Yeshua. It's not like a court setup. No, it is a private chamber, because the first time and it always goes the same way. I don't see other people inside, only the workers of this chamber. And every time I come here, I see the people. They are not like in human form, but there's a skeleton of a man laid out on the table. Now, this particular skeleton of this particular man shows you something very interesting when you look at it. When you look at his ribs, there is a neon kind of light, an amber kind of light on the second rib from below his rib cage, not on the high, like the way the ribs stretch down towards the stomach, the ones, like coming from the stomach upwards, the second last. And this rib is the one that shows you, if you see the rib like it is broken, then you will know exactly what has happened to that. The supposed to be man whose skeletal frames you are looking at. And if you see it is whole, and if you see sometimes it is broken, but brought back together. You see where it is brought back together, you can see like in an x-ray where a bone was fractured, and it was like a bone, or like there's someone breaks their leg, you can see the fracture, then after the fracture heals. So the broken piece is added to the one where it had broken off, but in a different amber light, but a different shade. This is also a place where you see a lot of marital fingers kept in drawers. Some people lose their marital fingers, especially in relationships that people engage in. This is also a place where I see something that has really, I'm trying to do a lot of notes on this. I see now this is something I'd never engage for. I avoid completely. But I, as as someone who has access to this particular facility or dimension, I have a sitting place and I'm allowed to observe this. So what I'm just dissuading here, I'm just dissuading the thought that I'm able to engage. I don't want to engage in this. I don't want to give people that idea, because I am here first to observe, then collect knowledge and information about what the Lord wants me to understand. And I've been understanding more things than this. But this particular dimension, this is where you see when this skeleton frame rises up, that is when you get to see who the person is. And that is when you get to see their spouse. The frame of the spouse go inside them and they fit in and they become one. You know, like one person but in two. So that is the as people who you see the skeleton frames don't fit, don't infuse into each other. So this is one of the most intriguing dimensions for me. This is where you see the angels are working on the ribs. They are working on the broken rib that I mentioned about. When I speak about the broken rib, there must be something like a separation. There must be something that like a divorce or something of that sort. There are some that are still broken. The ribs are broken at that. There's no repair. But also I see in the drawers a lot of fingers missing, especially in the men, missing marital fingers. A lot of missing marital fingers. I would like to go on with this more.